This episode is sponsored by Craig Walker, a.k.a. Mija Win. That's Mija, not Mija. He says, please give a happy Halloween to all the thousands of members who are with us since the early days when we could fall underneath the ground of Two Fort. I'll try to get back to playing. Thanks for the hilariously off-topic podcast. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Scout is born! Oh no! Ah!
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 94, recorded on November 1st, 2009.
I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
I'm Spencer Williams, and man, that intro totally threw me off.
I know.
Halloween.
It was all scary and spooky. You should have handed it off to me. I would have done something like Control Point, episode 94.
That is so stupid.
Look, he's trying to take your job right there.
I would have blown that out
that
of the
was
water.
basically an audition.
So, today is special. It's Halloween. Actually, it was yesterday, but whatever.
We didn't want it to end.
Yeah. So, we have a special guest in the studio today that she came all the way across Huntsville, Alabama to be here, and it is Hemanena.
Hemanena!
Hello, Internet.
Yay!
Hemanena?
Yay.
And she's dressed up in her female scout garb from 91, right? Episode 91? Yeah.
Episode 91.
Hey, look.
And if you were in the chat room watching us live at deadworkers.com/live every Sunday, you could see it for yourself.
Yep, we're not just making it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, be sure to check this out on the on the YouTubes. So today we got a cool little show here. Lots to talk about with the Halloween stuff that happened. So so does Hemanena want to open the briefcase today?
Can I?
Yeah.
It's right there next to you. See it?
Oh, I see.
Careful, careful, careful. I hear the briefcase is haunted.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Haunted with Doug Lombardi's briefs.
And streaks.
Yeah. She's opening the briefcase.
And it's open. And what's in there?
Looks like we have
A bunch of crap.
a top secret box.
Yes.
Another briefcase.
It's a mini briefcase. It's like Mini West.
That is the briefcase.
talk into the mic.
Yeah, you need to talk into the mic.
Oh, sorry. It's like Mini West.
And now the main thing is the bag in there.
Yes.
You can actually ignore everything else in there.
Really?
Yes.
There's a bag in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this the Windows
Awesome.
7 bag?
Yes.
The Windows 7 bag. And it is now your bag of,
and it's been on-
CP
it's-
swag.
A lot of buttons in here.
Yeah, there is.
And it's been on Brent's head.
Yeah, the bag.
Wait. You know what? I'm not even going to make the joke. You guys know what the joke is that I almost made.
Yikes.
Sorry, I just saw that first because I like it. It's tiny. It's like a pencil case.
That Clyde Frog made that for us.
Yeah.
For OmegaCon, not realizing that those guys had made this real, metal briefcase with
Real
buttons
one.
and things. Yeah.
Aw.
So.
This is cute. Good try. Alright, so in the Windows 7 bag we have...
Do we really have to go over this?
Do we? I don't
Look, dude, I'm trying to sell these things. Come on.
There's a King of the Hill DVD.
Should
That you can
model
buy
them.
at deadworkers.com. We just sold one to South America, so we are international with the rock crawl.
Nice.
King of the Hill? King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Yes, it's top 10 in comedy.
Yeah.
Right after season 9 of King of the Hill.
All right, what else is in this awesome
All
bag
right.
of goodies?
Oh, I should change my hat now. Yeah, Dead Workers Party hat.
Which you can buy at deadworkers.com/.
That's right. That's right. I want to start selling these suckers too. It's
I'm
a
a gentleman of leisure. My hats. All of them.
let's see.
Business
business
cards.
cards.
Yes.
DWP business cards.
This is in case you need to call us.
Yeah.
We've already been getting calls,
get
but we'll get into that later.
I have your number. A pen.
It's a dead worker's pen.
It's a dead worker's pen.
Really? So basically, you put a bunch of dead workers swag in here, and you're having her go over every single bit of it.
Yeah,
There's some control point buttons in there.
Yeah.
Well,
we need content. We need content.
Wes
There is a
has been
control point
fuddled
button.
into no speech.
Yes, control point pens, which you can get at deadworkers.com.
I already stole one of these and I already put it on my hat, so yeah. Sorry, now I have two.
See, it never pays to steal.
Yes,
Wait,
it does.
Well, I
She's
guess you
got two
an
now.
extra one
And a piece de resistance.
It's not even the red one.
Yeah.
It's the old video shootout.
I liked the red one. I tried to look for one on deadworkers.com and they were all sold out and they didn't have my size.
It's crazy how that happens when the good merchandise gets out.
So you have an old music video shootout.
Music video
So you got a
The
bag
Dead
full of
Workers
crap we couldn't give away, except for the people who come here.
You know what the best part is? She's going to accidentally leave it there.
Spencer in here? Why isn't Spencer in the bag of
Useless crap we don't want? Yeah.
his voice?
Wow, this is such a good episode.
It is.
It's
So-
top
so,
10.
Wes, how was your week?
Wait, no, there's one more thing in
Oh,
the
there
briefcase.
is one more thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You told me
Hey
to get
CP, it's ZB again. But this time I'm not going to fill up the entire message with the word Back in the spring, my friends and I convinced our teachers to let us do a machinima for a project. First, we needed Gary's mod server. I went to a website called Dragon Game Servers, and honestly, it was terrible. The weapons were broken, it was laggy, and they didn't respond to support tickets for hours. Recently, I decided to host a new server, this time for fun, and I decided to go with low pings. For $2 more than my old 4-slot laggy server, I now have a fast 10-slot server where everything works. I wanted to thank you for recommending low pings to me, and I hope others who are considering buying a server will listen to my testimonial. Thanks.
Yeah, baby.
That's right, low pings, baby.
So,
That's really kind of awesome that, like, I'd never heard of lowpings.net before they started sponsoring us, and now people are enjoying them and
Yeah.
are satisfied with their service.
we have another testimonial too, so we'll play that next week. But that's cool. Send those in if you like, if it's working out
Okay,
for you.
so Wes, how was your week?
My week, I actually built a haunted house this week. I've been meaning to build it all month, but I haven't been able to schedule much time for it. So I finally, like, this week, basically every free moment I had, we were, building rivers of blood and, huge Mayan temples and bars where bottles would slide across the bar top without any visible reason for doing so. But after haunted house build on Friday night, I did come home and play a little bit of the Halloween update.
Sweet.
And we switched, and it was funny because CP1 at 11:30 at night had 4 people on it.
Spooky.
There was something wrong with the server, though.
Yeah, I went down and we went off and played on some other server.
Yeah.
So that's where all the CP people were.
And so I got on, and everybody had a hat. So they just were all like, hey, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me. And we played some Turbine, just the 5 of us, and then a couple more people logged on, and a couple more people logged on. And then I had us switch the map to the harvest thing, and all of a sudden our server was full.
Nice.
Everybody
they're
wanted to
waiting
play
for.
the harvest map so bad that they were like, woo, but I did get my hat, and I did kill someone being chased by a ghost. And
Now, so you got your hat. So you had some guys that lined up for you, and they let you kill them.
yeah, I farmed the hat.
Nice,
I see
nice.
that.
I think I don't remember exactly who it was, so I'm afraid to say a name, but I think it was Metal Link.
I'm putting your name down on the list. I'll be sure to post this on the internet for everybody.
So, yep.
I didn't farm a
Okay.
hat.
You didn't?
No, I thought I'd get it the right way.
Really?
I don't really know what the right way is, though. So.
You got to dominate somebody who has it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that seems like kind of painful.
Yeah.
I did do it the right way.
Really?
Yeah,
You played TF2?
I did.
You dominated somebody?
Are you done with your week, Wes?
Nice.
Sure, yeah.
I still
Okay,
don't have my
so-
hat yet.
You can dominate me.
I'll go ahead and do mine.
yeah.
I was so excited on Thursday when I heard about this that I went home and I played. And I played for about 2 hours, and all I did was play on Koth Harvest Final or event, Koth Harvest event.
Koth.
And it was a lot of fun. And I love the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I did get the hat legitimately. I do not remember who I got it off of because I was dominating so many people. No, I'm kidding.
Of course.
I don't believe that.
I did get it legitimately. And I don't know quite how this happened. I was the top scorer on the map for quite a while there. And
were you playing sniper?
No, I was playing.
Then
heavy.
how were you top person? That map is a snipe fest, man.
That really isn't that bad, or at least it wasn't for me. Maybe I just know how to play.
Ooh, burn.
I think I've got some something in my throat. It just anyway.
It's
keep
some
going.
crow that you're eating. That's what it is. Okay.
No, I think this would be cow feces. Anyway,
high in
go.
protein.
Anyway, no, I did. I really liked the map, and I haven't really played much King of the Hill. In general, I haven't really played a lot since it became an official game mode, but I really enjoyed it, and I loved the ghost. I really loved the ghost.
What the ghost is good for is just random clear out of the point. Like it's kind of like you spin the wheel of destiny, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, there's a break. The ghost is going through the point.
Yes, and it really adds. Not tension exactly, but it adds just this another level of fun.
Yeah,
this other level of fun that I really enjoyed. So
I love it when
I
you're
got that, and I got let's see, I got the paper bag hat, and I did one of the other achievements. Oh, I killed 5 people with exploding pumpkin. I haven't done the other 2 achievements. So.
Nice. No, is that your week?
I got a new computer.
That's
Nice.
right. I've been seeing some pictures and stuff.
Liquid cooled, huh?
Yeah, that liquid cooling is absolute crap. It's a really nice computer, and I really like it. I'm having some random reboot issues at the moment that I think I have tracked down to the cooler, but random reboots are really hard to diagnose. So who knows? We'll see.
You don't like the liquid cooling?
No, well, okay. If it were like real liquid cooling, then I think I would like it better, but it's not. It's like a liquid CPU cooler. And it's this little ghetto fabulous thing that, and this might, I don't want to turn this into like the tech podcast, but it bolts into a 120 millimeter fan slot is what it does. And it's the radiator and the pump and the fan and everything all in one little thing. And I'm not convinced it works very well.
I think I've seen that one. That's the one made by Uber servers, is it?
No, it's a Cooler Master unit is what it is.
Okay.
And I'm getting CPU spikes of up to like 77 degrees, and I'm not comfortable with that. So
77 degrees on your CPU?
Yep.
Wow, that's
Not
horrible.
Good. Not good at all.
Pretty hot.
Well, this has been a good episode.
It's been great.
So I played some of the Harvest, and it was fun, and like the Ghost, I didn't get any achievements. I played on some other server because our server was down, and I didn't feel like hassling with getting it rebooted and stuff. And honestly, I really can't remember how to do all that, and I didn't really feel like bugging Johnny, so I just went on to another server that some CP folks were on and played for a bit. One thing I noticed was after I played it the first round, the second round was just the frame rate went to crap, just all suddenly. I don't know if and it seemed to happen to a lot of people. I don't know if it was the
That
server
happened to
or
me
the
too.
map.
I thought that was just me.
Well, you were on the map too with me.
Yeah.
It didn't happen on the CP server when I played.
That's because it's low pings. I'm going with that. I think that's the reason. But then after the next match started, I got that bug where if you try to click on a team too many times that you don't get to pick either, and you just sit there watching everybody else play, and it won't let you click.
Spectator bug.
Kicked 2 spectators.
Yeah, and so that pissed me off, and I quit playing for the night. I was
hate
okay,
spectator bug.
I'm done. I'm like, this bug does not need to be there.
You can use the reconnect console command. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's already too much stuff. I need like Eric. I want it in the GUI.
Yeah.
They have a button there for me that I should be able to press, and it should be able to let me pick my teams, and it doesn't work. So fix it.
Yeah.
Period.
Give me a nice glossy button with a little reflection or something under it.
Yeah.
Nice and fancy, and I just want to
Like
press
some some cell shading on it, maybe.
Yeah,
And I'm
maybe a
really
drop
good with
shadow.
the comma. I'm like, this bug shouldn't be there. How long has this system been out there that this is just a stupid bug to?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well,
so fix it.
The sad thing is too is that
I'm boycotting the game.
Brent's calling
I
you
just
out,
thought I'd
pal.
tell you. I'm boycotting the game until they fix
well,
it.
the problems with this map too might be fixed, but it's like it's a little too late, right? It needed to come out of the gate perfect because it was specially made for this event.
Well, but that's not a map issue. That's
the low frame rate's
system.
another stuff
Oh yeah,
that we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like they said, it wasn't happening on the low ping server, whatever crappy server this was on. It was happening on. So,
Eric invited me to play that game with y'all, and I got in line, and I was like, I don't feel like waiting in line, and I quit.
You guys are a bunch of quitters.
quitters.
Best story ever.
Yeah. Except for the one where there's that
Episode.
sniper on the other side, and he was. Anyway, so that's about it for me. That's.
Well,
I guess it's
I played a little bit. I played with you, Brent, and I discovered that you cannot explode a pumpkin bomb with a flame, and that annoyed me because
Really?
Yeah, I was like, well, what's up with this? So I had to just ask, hey, what's up with this bomb thing? They're like, shoot it, it explodes. I'm like, I am. So, but apparently you can shoot it with a shotgun or a
flare gun.
Flare gun. Yeah.
Shouldn't the flame technically be like it's a short
Should it
range.
light the fuse?
It's like
Well,
a
it would
short
hurt
range
you
weapon,
though,
but
so maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Because like if you explode it right there and you're next to it, you're going to take damage.
yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I have to say that I think the heavy is the best class to get that achievement with. I didn't even try and get it, and just random bullets would occasionally blow up a pumpkin with someone next to it. So
Well, you can do pumpkin jumping, and we have a video and surveillance that shows that. It's really cool. Yeah, but yeah.
So is this map here to stay though, or is it going to go away? Will we be able to
I have a
keep it in
feeling it's
rotation?
going to be seasonal.
Yeah.
Oh.
But can they do that?
No, it's a map
'cause
that we
it's a map.
download. Yeah.
We can put it up
Yeah,
on
I
our
mean,
server and play it whenever
we
we
can
want.
keep playing it.
Will
it
the
might
achievements
become a
just be-
non-official
Achievements
map.
be there, and
So maybe it's just the achievements will be seasonal. I mean, that would make sense.
I would love to play with random pumpkins everywhere that blow people up. I think that they should maybe take that and make the pumpkin something else on a different map.
I think it would be funny to play prop hunt with this map, and you end up being an exploded pumpkin, so that we were like, do I shoot it and test it or not?
That's pretty
Now
cool.
I do know that the paper bag hat, the scary mask hat, that is seasonal. Like that will only be around during Halloween. The other hat, the stovetop hat, that's going to be available throughout the year. That's my understanding, at least.
Is that because these hats are sillier than other hats?
Yeah.
I don't
think
know.
it's just because it's a
That's what
Halloween
I don't
thing.
get,
think
right?
that's
I
it.
don't know where they get these hats. I mean, they're like in a military bases in the middle of like nowhere. Where they make them out of? Paper bags.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
They get
Well,
sent
did you
by
guys
their
see
moms.
the lore?
Oh yeah,
the
let's talk about
storyline?
that later. Yeah, that was really, really good. But let's talk
Yeah.
about that in the news section.
So
Okay.
one other thing in Stash this week that happened was that CP, the link finally got moved down enough on their blog that it's no longer on the front page. Dun, dun, dun. So we'll have to work on getting that back up there. Valve, we're ready for it to, if you need some content to put up there, we've got a special guest.
Episode
this week.
100 is coming up.
That's right. And Doug, if you're listening, we actually have some lines we would like you to record.
Yeah, we want you to be in
do,
episode
yeah.
100.
So,
hilarious.
cp@deadworkers.com. We know you all have your own studio there to record, and we would love it.
If not, it'll be played by Dr. Doofenshmirtz again.
Okay, so was that the end of yours?
Yes.
I kind of we started on yours. And have you done yours yet?
No.
Well,
No.
then
Yeah,
how about we go to Hemanena?
Well, my week is all right.
But you got to eat the mic.
I have to eat the mic.
Yes.
And that's my orders. Is that cowbell?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Okay.
Cowbell.
My week is
Wow,
all right.
it's like a cat. It's like, look at it. Is that a pick you're holding up?
Wow, your week is awesome.
Hey! Best week ever.
Is that a camera over there?
I'm not gonna turn to it, Wes. I'm not. My week is all right. I only found out about Koth Harvest last night. I've been so out of the loop. I've been trying to get for Halloween last night. I had a team of an engineer, a medic. I'm so tired.
A soldier?
Engineer, medic, soldier. Thank you. A heavy. We had one random dude who was in camo. He was a civilian. but he had a gun.
He was from TF2 before it got the cartoon version.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was a spy. This thing. I used this. I walked into the Waffle House and my engineer said, "That is the best scout costume ever."
That's awesome.
Where'd you get that?
Very cool. And you brought all kinds of cool stuff to the studio,
too. I did bring
too.
all sorts of cool stuff.
Like
Sorry about
bonk.
Panic you. I brought
2 different flavors?
I brought both flavors of bonk, now with more real radiation. We got some bonk. I have my bat. But what is really exciting is I haven't gotten the Gibbous hat? Is it the Gibbous hat? Haven't gotten the hats on Harvest yet, but I did bring this.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I made my own bag.
The paper bag.
What is it? What did you bring?
It's the paper bag mask. So now she's got
sweet. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, hold it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's really what I've been doing this week. I haven't been able to do much. I've been sleeping a lot, traveling.
So how did you hear about us, the show? Just wondering.
I heard about it through the Valve blog.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did. So
Sweet.
that was definitely a great boon to the CP community.
No doubt.
Have it on the Valve blog.
Yeah, you can see we do some wonderful advertising. If local listeners we get because of the Valve blog and not anything we do.
Well, it's not like she just must not drive by the billboard we put up in the middle of town.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Does she live in Huntsville?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I do. Yeah.
So that must have been weird to go, wait, these guys are in Huntsville?
I was like,
do you know Jeff?
Jeff White?
No, just Jeff. You know Jeff.
Wait.
Yeah. How about Steve? Do you know Steve?
They're screwing with you right now.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm just gonna say they're screwing with you.
I know a lot of people that these people know. I know I was listening to one episode before before 91, trying to maybe catch up in the last couple, and y'all were saying about, I think someone said something about like driving to work and seeing the fairy rings or something.
Yeah, it was me.
I remember that.
It was you.
Yeah,
I was talking about his fairy rings.
Yeah, I was driving down Bailey Cove.
Bailey Cove, and you said Bailey Cove or something.
Yes.
You said like some landmark, and I'm like, wait. Where are you located?
That's funny.
I don't know how you've played TF2 this long and not known that Huntsville is like the mecca of the TF2 world.
I actually haven't been playing it too terribly long. I only got it like a month and a half ago.
Oh.
And I hardly ever get to play because I like come home at 6:00 and then I drop something.
What? So you went from like 0 to dressing up like a scout in like a month.
Yeah, pretty much. yeah. I mean, even before I got the game, I got it when it was $10. Then it was the $10.
Oh, you got screwed. That's been $250 all weekend.
I know. I was thinking like that was like you can buy these for your friends, Christmas presents, and then it like ended. I'm like, oh, I should have done that.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, before I played, I watched all the Meet the videos, and I'm like, I could be the scout. I can pull all those clothes out of my closet and put that costume on right now.
That's awesome. So, did you listen to episode 50?
Oh, yeah. That was hilarious. It was beautiful.
Nice.
We played that last night for our trick-or-treaters.
That's
You
true.
did?
Is that improper?
Probably really confused.
Really?
I had my
heard
control point shirt on.
Some tweets about that.
Did any of your trick-or-treaters go, "Oh my God, you are Brent from the control point"?
No, but if anybody had shown up in like a TF2 costume, it would have been awesome.
I wish I had known where your house was, because then I could have shown up with my whole team, and I was a spy.
And you could have gotten on the camera too.
And I could have gotten on the camera.
And we had tons of candy, which you can have. We got some here.
No more candy.
Or you could have come down to Halloween Hoopla and gone to the haunted house.
Hoopla!
I didn't know it was like
Yep.
even exist. I didn't know anything.
It was in the
last night.
paper. It was on the radio.
We went to my group went to 2 houses that were just closing up last night, and they're like, "Take all this candy. We don't want it." And we're like, "Yes." So we literally went to 8 houses the entire night, and we got more candy than we've had in years, and we feel like we've cheated the system.
we were walking in one of the neighborhoods last night, and my son, first off, he stopped at one of the houses and he held his bag out, and he's 2.5, and he's like, trick or treat, and he was really adorable, and the woman put a piece of candy in there, and he goes, I need more. And she goes, what? You just need to ask nicely. He goes, more please. And she goes, well, since you asked tonight. Anyway, and so we were walking down the street, and there were these two witches standing on the sidewalk giving out candy. And we're like, oh, is this your house? Oh, no, but we live up the hill and it's dark up there and nobody ever comes.
Aww.
So we had to come down the street to give away candy. Isn't that sad?
What nice people, though. I mean, usually my house is on a hill, so my mother was giving out trail mix.
Oh.
I'm like,
nice.
Thanks, Spencer.
She's
Help
that
you.
house.
You know what my dad...
She might as well be passing out aspirin or something.
You know what my dad gives out
She
on
is going to be
Halloween?
listening to this, by the way. So.
Oh,
I know.
Sorry.
I'm proud of her.
I love
'cause
trail mix, personally.
She
I
made
think
me,
it's the
she
best.
made me run out and get a whole other bag. She's like, go get some extra candy just in case we run out of trail mix.
I like trail mix too, but it's not a Halloween gift.
I
It's
know.
not-
I was kind of proud of her. There was one house though that was giving out string cheese. Best house.
Oh, I love. Oh, that would be excellent.
Like, what if they've been giving out bacon? Like the pre-cooked bacon?
I'm gonna
Wouldn't
tell
that
my
be
mom.
awesome?
Mom, you should give out bacon next year.
Just like
okay, I'll tell
chewing
my
bacon
friends.
down the street.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think some of the non-sweetening treats are kind of good to kind of balance the sweet.
Yeah.
Bacon? You think giving
Like
out bacon is good?
So personally, just for me.
I do.
I love bacon.
My dad was giving
I
out...
think next year I'm gonna get some of that bacon and I'm gonna dip it in chocolate. And
Oh,
then I'm
God,
gonna
that would be
roll
awesome.
that in sprinkles and candy corn, and that's what I'm
Holy
gonna
crap! I'm coming to wherever you live to get some of my bacon-covered chocolate candied stuff.
Did I ever tell you
I
about...
hope you make that before the night of, so you get it right. So
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm
here's
gonna
the
have to
problem,
try
though, is
lots of
it
just
it
make
has
sure
to be,
that I got
uh,
it just right.
Well, the problem is you have to have it packaged, so I think you have to give the whole box of pre-cooked bacon out.
Yeah.
because it depends. I would love to be handed bacon for Halloween or anytime during the year.
Like
for
in the
that
next house hands out like lettuce or something. And the next one hands out bread. You just gotta make a BLT on your way. That'd be awesome. A little thing of soup at the next
matter.
house.
That's cool.
My dad was giving away full-size candy bars, right? Which would normally be the holy grail of children's
house.
candy. But he was giving out Hershey's Special Darks. Which to me is dark chocolate, nom nom, and it's actually good for you. But kids, I remember as a kid getting Special Dark and going, "What?"
House.
Yeah,
That's it. That's brilliant. Semi-sweet chocolate next year. That's what I'm giving out.
Nice. All right, so let's get on to some TF2 news.
Oh, boring stuff.
How about some state of the server?
This game?
Oh, you had to do it like that, didn't you?
I had to spring it on you, just like that.
Are we gonna have an intro, or are we gonna start singing?
What's the state of the server? What's the state of the server with Johnny Napalm?
Greetings, CP community. It's your friendly neighborhood server admin, Johnny Napalm, here with this week's State of the Servers for the week leading up to episode 94. Wow, 94. Crazy. This week we had the terrifying Team Fortress Haunted Halloween Special that came out on October 29th. It's running through November 2nd, so get out there and play and get your hats and get your thriller taunt on. Anyway, other stuff that happened this week beside the massive update. A whole bunch of maps were needed to be updated. Little Edge in the forums, thanks for pointing out that the following maps had been updated. CTF Cruise is now B4B. CTF Aurora, that's the one with the cool Aurora Borealis and the ice and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of a weird gameplay mechanic. That is now at RC. I think it was some kind of alpha before. PL Frontier dropped its version identifier. It's just PL Frontier now. PL Railroad was updated and became PL Outback. TC Meridian is now at RC3. PL DB Heights is now at Beta 5. CP Waste is at V2. CP Furnace, which is Yumi's really cool sunset kind of theme map, is now at B4. CP Glacier is RC5. PL Swift has been renamed and updated. It's now PL Swift Water. And PL Cashworks is now at RC2. Erie One asked me to add CTF Bermuda. It was up to B1. It's on the server now. and nominatable. It's been updated to B1A, but as of this recording, the file that's on FPS Banana is still the old B1, so look for that to get updated soon. And lastly, the TF_Team Talk Convar, which allows dead teammates or dead people to talk to their live teammates only on their teams and not to everybody, so it's not dead all talk. That Convar has been enabled on CP1, and we'll see how it goes. Leave feedback in the forums at deadworkers.com/community if you have any feedback, positive or negative, on the Team Talk thing. That's all I've got for this week. Get out there and play.
That's good trip!
That's the state of the server with Johnny
Ow! Wow, that was a huge update.
That was. And I've got to tell you, that list of version changes, I was on the edge of my seat.
It physically aroused me.
So a new sunrise map I heard was added. Lots of new updates. It's awesome as usual. Thank you for keeping up with all that and doing all the boring stuff so that we can just go in and play.
Yay.
So what do we have? We have the on the loudspeaker.
News and discussion.
On the loudspeaker. Today we are going to.
That was weak.
That was
the weakest intro we've done. Everyone's just like,
that is awful.
What?
You get an A+ on that one, Eric. The rest of us is the backup.
Redo.
Hey, I did the whisper.
Yeah, it wasn't good though.
No, it was awful.
It was,
okay, redo. Okay, take 2 on the loudspeaker, bump,
Okay.
and go.
What's coming out of the loudspeaker?
News and discussions.
News and discussions.
It was a doo-dah. You know? What's coming out of the loudspeaker?
All the doo-dah day.
Anyway, we already failed twice, so let's get into
What's
it.
the state of the loudspeaker?
All right, so we got a TF2 update. This happened October 29th. This was the big one that we're talking about here with all the new crazy stuff and the harvest map and the special taunt, the thriller taunt. And we have some there's some cool videos out there of that happening. Let's see. We have the pumpkin patch. This is really cool. This was a page that was created to show the new what was it called? The Ghastly Gibbous hat. And this was the cool hat. We'll talk a second about whose hat it was, but as I was looking at the page, I noticed about a day later, it just kind of like, if you refresh the page, all of a sudden it was the Scout and showing off his paper bag hat. It's kind of weird that they didn't make that a separate page. It was just the same page. It was just overwritten. And yes, this is the one that we have in studio right now. Let's see what else about this update. Oh, yeah. So there was something really cool about this update. Of course they had the scare achievements, and did anybody
which
really?
I think is a play on the word achievement and scare. If I've got the etymology right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, by the way, did everybody change their names on Halloween?
I actually had changed it earlier.
You did?
I did.
I had actually.
I don't do that. It annoys me so much when I have to interpret who is sending me a message.
You just say view aliases and then figure it out.
No, and then people send me like friend requests, and they're like, and they have to explain who they are. I'm like, dude, no, friend denied.
I was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Nailhead, and Wes was...
I was Count Westula, but I actually was that for quite a while beforehand. I can't remember what happened, but I changed it about 5 or 6 days ago for something else. Like, it wasn't even for TF2, and then it was still going, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll just keep it for Halloween.
Roll with it.
What was yours, Hemanena?
Mine was I am Batman in all caps because the Scout has a bat.
And Brent,
it's Chaos.
Oh, that's spooky.
Now I have a question though for the Ghastly Gibbous grab. If I'm moving ahead here, we can talk about it later. But to get it, you had to dominate a player wearing the Ghastly Gibbous.
Yes.
So how?
Or you had to be one of the first X number of people who went to the website and claimed one.
Like
Gotcha. Okay, that's right.
Mr. Eagle gave me a link to it, and he was like, "Go here, go here, go here now."
Thanks, Eagle.
I was like, "What's that?" So I went to the link, and it said, "Log in." And I got to log into Steam and all this stuff. And then finally, when I got there, it said, "Sorry, sold out. We're all out, and you have to go and just go away."
Haha, gotta earn it.
Man. Yeah. Actually, at that point, they didn't even say how to earn it. They're just like, "Sorry, dude, you missed out."
Yeah, I didn't find out about that page until the day after, by which time they were completely gone.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
But okay. So my favorite part of this whole update is if you go to teamfortress.com/pumpkin patch. That's where they have the update there. You'll see a gravestone on the right side, and if you click on Zephaniah Man, it takes you to a little letter that's buried in sand, and it's very telling of the lore behind this whole thing. And this is really cool because this explains what is the deal with the red and the blue and all this good stuff. So I wrote down my what I got out of this. I could be wrong, but this is my speculation here. So I think that Zephaniah was the founder of Man Company, who also owned Gravel Pit. Zephaniah's guide and confidant was an Australian hunter named Barnabas Hale, who might be Saxon Hale's grandfather, who now owns Man Company. Zephaniah's sons, Redmond and Blutarch.
Blutarch, yeah.
Is that how you say his name? Blutarch. They were left nothing in their dad's will and are rivals, always bickering and stuff. Elizabeth was Zephaniah's maidservant, who was left his estate, the tobacco plantation, an entire fortune, and she might possibly might be the ancestors or the announcers. The announcer's ancestor. Since in the artwork you'll find in another little secret link is the family portrait, and you'll see that she looks just like the fan art that was released some time ago. It looks just like the announcer. So this leaves Spytek as the only major company unaccounted for, because I think that came much later. But very cool lore, isn't it?
You'll never see it. It's invisible. I never even saw that this was on the page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is Team Fortress 2 turning into an MMO?
I think, I definitely.
Think about it. What is a hallmark of MMOs? Every single MMO has a Halloween event. They have holiday events. So now we have an FPS with a Halloween event. Can you think of another FPS that's ever had a Halloween event? Because I can't.
I can't either.
I like the lore behind it. I think it gives you purpose.
Well, I have a feeling the lore will change depending on the holiday. I think that come Christmas time, there might be a completely different story for where all this came from, and I think that would be hilarious.
Well, did you see where you can take your mouse where the sand is and scrape off the sand and get the rest of the letter?
No.
What? No.
Yeah, go down there and scrape it off.
Are you lying?
Amazing.
And it says www.deadworkers.com.
Oh, you're a jerk.
It's awesome.
It does.
You got me.
You got me, see? So, okay, so I have some more speculation here as to why they're suddenly just wanting to give us all of the lore and all this stuff. It kind of seems like all in one swoop. They said, okay, here's all the lore. Here's everything, from beginning to end. No, there's no more questions about TF2 anymore. All right, thanks, we're out. Boom.
No.
No.
All this is they said, ooh, let's put some spooky stuff in here. Let's make up a story about how all this started. Let's do this. This would be cool.
I mean, I love it, but at the same time, they say that, they put the game on sale for $250 or $249, and they say this is saving the company. Oh my God, the company was almost going down. No, I don't think they're talking about Valve. They're talking about the division that does TF2. The programmers are being paid salary to just do updates
I don't
free.
think that's it. I think it was a joke. They're just
Really?
being funny. Yeah, they're in no trouble.
It has
I'm
a
with
huge
Wes on
fan
this.
base.
But that's the thing, though. Like, fan bases doesn't mean money.
That's true.
Yeah, they don't get donations or anything.
They
The only
still
thing they
have
get money from is sales, and then from buying merchandise. And then how
Right.
crappy their
There's
store is
merchandise?
to get merchandise from. It's hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you never get it. I swear.
I still think TF2 creates tremendous value for Valve in general at this point. That's my opinion.
I do too. I just there's no money in that model though.
And actually, Hemanena, like us, we have a huge fan base. We don't make a dime, right? So it's like,
So you don't think that the existence of like TF2 for $2.50, draws people into Steam, who then see, oh, look, there's this other stuff I can buy, and then buy that, of which Valve gets a cut. You don't think that has something to do with it?
No, that's probably pretty true. And not even just that, but even us buying it and giving it to friends and getting them, cloned into the Steamiverse.
Right. I think it's just more promotion.
I also think this was hey, look, I know everybody out there thinks that our whole team is working on Left 4 Dead 2 right now, so we're going to give you something to make you feel a little better. I think that's what a lot of this is. Yeah, this is them tossing us a bone so that we don't complain about them working on Left 4 Dead 2, or the other people who would complain about such things would complain about it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm not complaining that we don't have an update. I know that their developers are working on something that's making them money, and I'm all for that. If you continue to give us free updates and stuff for TF2, pimp those coders out to wherever you need to make the money.
Yeah.
No offense, coders. But you're all getting pimped out.
You guys are pimps.
We love you, though.
So that was just a little speculation. It's just kind of like it's neat that they just suddenly gave us all this lore all at once.
I don't think this is legitimate lore. This is not them telling the true Hollywood story of Red versus Blue.
I think it is.
No, absolutely not. This is them.
I mean, they had all the characters there. They even had the little guard dog. Do you see that in there?
See, I don't think that this ever. I don't think that TF2 had a story. I think they just are making it up as they go on.
Well, even if they do, that's the thing. They are now giving us the story.
No, it's not fanfic. As soon as they write it down on paper, that's the story.
Right.
Until they tell us otherwise.
Anytime they want.
Oh, true. But it's still the story until they do this.
This is like Marvel 1842. It's them they wanted to do a Halloween update. They wanted to have some cool stuff. Yes, I did. I did. So this is them doing an Elseworlds kind of thing.
Why would it? Sorry, you keep going.
But I mean, they're basically what they did was they said, "Ooh, let's make up a cool story. What would be a cool story? What if all this was a big mystery? Okay, well, how could it be a mystery? Okay, let's do this and this and this, and let's put some letters on there, and let's make a picture, and blah blah blah. This would be great. Oh, it's gonna be fun."
But there's no point in that.
I think it entirely came from the ghost. Like someone said, "Hey, let's put a ghost on the Halloween map," and someone said, "Hey, the ghost should have a story." Okay, the ghost should have a story. Hey, let's tie in the ghost with TF2 lore. Hey, okay, that would be cool too. Hey, let's put it in this hidden link that no one can find it except when they do, they think it's really cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah, done.
Yes.
I think that's how.
But why would it be for this like specific holiday? Like, what significance would like Halloween have?
Because Halloween is fun.
Well, Halloween is the best thing of the year.
It is. It's the best holiday ever.
But I don't get why it would be this one.
Yeah,
why would they relate it all to Halloween stuff? If
because they had a ghost.
Because they had a ghost.
Just because they had a ghost.
There was a ghost with a hat.
I think you read way too much into this. I think that this entirely was built off. Someone had a good idea of putting a ghost in a map, and then they decided to have a little fun with it.
Yes.
I think that's what happened.
I do not think that this is Team Fortress lore as canon. This is Team Fortress Elseworlds.
Because we were given the Man Company before. We were given Sex and Hail. We were giving just all these little bits and pieces of this big mystery, and it was up to us to try to unravel this mystery, and then they did it for us.
I think it might.
Okay, there's only one way to settle this. Wes, Eric,
yes,
arm wrestle.
Arm wrestle?
Arm wrestle?
I will kick Eric's ass at arm wrestling.
Yeah. We don't have enough table room.
I've got to say I'm with Eric on this one. I think they want to build a story behind it, and I think this is just one way to do it. I don't think they just said, well, we'll just make up a fake story and that's the end of it. I think they'll build on it with future holidays and updates and this and that, and we'll see more. But I don't see any reason to make fake history and then just throw it away for more fake history later on. Just add to the fake history.
See, I think that is all dependent on the idea that this was some huge ordeal for them to do, and I really don't think it was. I think it was.
Yep.
But I don't think it has to be a huge ordeal. We have
plenty of experience of Valve people just putting random funny things in for no good reason. I just think this is another one of them.
They basically made a haunted house with the characters that they had. And they would do it again during Christmas time. They would use the names and arrange them in a different pattern and make a Christmas story.
Maybe they might just continue.
I don't get this as a Halloween story though.
Really? You don't look at the way it's written.
That's
Zephaniah Man.
I understand what you're saying there. That's the ghost telling the story of the history, but the history doesn't have anything to do with Halloween to me.
Okay.
To me, it's history told by a ghost during Halloween. Later on, we'll get history in Christmas told by an elf.
It could be.
Looking for sniper
You never
pea
know.
in their mouth.
Maybe.
They could introduce the green team
like
come Christmas, and it could be red versus green.
Could be.
Cute.
Nice.
Candy canes.
I would like to remark that I think this is the first time that it's been Spencer and Wes teamed up against Eric and Brent.
I know.
And unfortunately, the deciding vote is probably on their side, Spencer.
Whatevs.
So, Doug, call in. Let us know who's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Maybe it's just like one part of the story. Maybe they're like people.
I'm a Halloween person. I do haunted houses. I do story. The moment I saw this, I went, "Ooh, cool! They're making something spooky for Halloween."
Yeah.
I never thought that this. I never for a second thought this was canon.
Yeah,
Not
this
for a
certainly doesn't
second.
feel like some big manifesto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is. So anyway.
Okay.
Only
Well,
valuable.
let's move on here.
I think this is
what do we
just
got?
brushing the surface.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a
I
lot
think once
more.
they clear off the sand from the bottom of the page, it's going to say "psych."
Actually, before we wrap up this, in that family portrait, there was a gray man. All you could see was an arm. Looked like a suit. I think that might just be an ancestor of the chief.
Wow, he snuck it in there. Didn't see it coming.
Yeah, like that.
So you think that in that day and age there was a Native American wearing a gray suit?
I think so. He was here buying land, right? He was a settler. He was an early settler.
Yeah, because they did a lot of that. Those engines.
Yikes! I didn't get that.
I can't tell which one of you is more racist here.
Wow, at least, oh, never mind. I won't say it.
Okay. Anyway, let's take a nice musical break. We're going to go into listener contributions, by the way. Listener contributions.
I didn't even play this week.
Listener contributions! Is that good this time?
Yeah, that was
done?
excellent.
We can play something.
I give that 5 stars.
Something.
Rubber raw.
This is you guys better sit up straight because DJ Frecky Dizzle, Freakadelic.
It could be louder if I can when I put my tongue in here.
He has made a masterpiece. This is called the Control Point Rap. So check it out.
Hit it.
Yo, CP community dog. You ready? Let's green egg and ham it. My name is Freaky Deller, you better not be scared. My lyrics make you move, so you better be prepared. I have a lot of homies with the tag CP, cause we're all part of the community. Our kind makes you smile with full respect, and when you are tagged, you gotta protect the entire group of all of us by not being a jerk. So don't go around if your brain needs work. My lyrics very lyrical, sometimes even hysterical. The community of CP has pulled off many miracles. With many condition means you win, yes, even Rasputin we can beat on your skull, cause baby we were born to win. You gotta play nice if you wanna join me. Community's wide open, so come on right in and see the PG ideas of the MOTD. Get banned from the server, man, don't blame me. It's the CP community. The CP community. Yeah, it's the CP community. Oh, it's the CP You can't forget about the podcast. Eric, Brent, West, and Spencer shout at full blast, speaking out their minds on their big old microphones, sounding like their brains came out of the Twilight Zone. 100 people live just sitting and waiting, full their chest to shout, just anticipating. Podcasts record, chat goes nuts, even though most leave because they see it sucks. So take this little song as an invitation. Join the community, it's like a vacation. Admins are all nice and they're all so funny, and I'm really surprised they aren't paid money. And I'm afraid I have to go, man, don't be sad. When you see me on the servers, you'll be very glad. This song wasn't made to insult, made to teach. That's it, I'm done, no more now. It's the CP community. Yeah, it's the CP community. It's the CP community. Yeah, it's the CP community. CP community, dog. That's right. Shout out to my Z-Man, the S-Man, and all the other mans I forgot to mention. Ha 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 ha. All right, stop.
You made that video to go with that song?
Yeah, I decided to make a video for it. Wow, I really
It
like
was funny
that.
because in that first shot, I was like, "Wow, I didn't know Freaky was black."
Awesome. Wow.
Good stuff.
Yes.
We always love it when people send in songs and stuff like that.
And if it's a good song, I'll make a music video to it.
Yeah, and I gotta say, if you don't like it and you're dissing on it in the chat, make something yourself and send it in.
Yeah.
Seriously, step up.
Step to this.
Yeah.
All
You know what
right.
that reminds me of, though?
What's that?
He sounds like the guy who did the machinima for the Portal, the cake one.
Oh yeah, that one was awesome.
That's good.
That one was very good.
Sounds like that.
Good stuff.
That dude's awesome.
So now what do we do? An email?
All right, we got an email here from Howling Techie. It's a question. If Valve were to expand the TF2 franchise, what would you want to see? For example, I would like to see a TF2 television series, possibly live action. Keep up the great work, Matt, a.k.a. Howling Techie. Wes, I'm kicking it to you.
I want to see a kart game where the characters drive around. And I've said this before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so. Wait,
Yeah, you haven't heard me tell this one? I think it would be awesome to have a kart game where like the medic is driving around in a big syringe.
Like a baseball
bat. Yeah.
Soldiers in a rocket.
Yeah. Or maybe the scout's in one of those Flintstone cars and he can just go and take off.
But that's like.
Or wouldn't he be in like the baseball, like on the baseball field?
Yeah.
Just roll.
I would not want a TF2 television series. I just can't imagine.
Really?
I think it would look. It sounds
I don't
nice
know.
because
You could base it like off
awesome, but
two guys, a girl, in a pizza shop.
Wouldn't it be kind of like the A-Team, though? I kind of see the A-Team as already kind of like a version of TF2 done.
Yeah, kinda,
TV
huh?
series.
But you shoot people. But they'd have to make canon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
I
and I don't want that.
And they've already started that.
I wanna
don't
see
know if y'all saw in this Halloween episode. If you click on the tombstone.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
I want to see like a spin. I want to see like Zephaniah's place, and like and the scout walks in. He's like Norm or something,
Yeah.
Comes to the bar, sits down.
It's kind of like Golden Girls, but in a bar.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? All I want is a trailer for a movie that never comes out.
Yes.
Like they did
Well,
Legend of
there you go.
Zelda.
Well,
that trailer was kind of
Zelda was.
scary.
Well, somebody down here was talking about, and it scrolled up, but somebody was saying they needed a web series wouldn't be bad. Like a bunch of little 5-minute things would be good, but the moment you make anything longer, it's like you said, it's going to have a story, and I don't want that much of a story.
Because as soon as there's a story, it's ruined.
Yeah,
I don't know. With the last update, Meet the Spy stuff, that was some good stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing like a full 30-minute.
That's my least favorite of all of the Meet This.
I love it.
Hated it.
Love it.
The Spy.
But see, you have taste.
I don't gotta come back to that. That's true.
Okay,
She's hanging out with us. She's obviously tasteless.
I guess
Hey.
Chief or Eric wants some Chief dolls, right?
Did you just call me the chief?
I did.
That was
pretty much.
awesome.
The Chief wants some
You and Chief are
You and the
synonymous
chief have
now.
become one.
Juan, like
Nice.
Juan Perez.
One time.
Wow. Welcome to the
More
Racist
and more racist all the
Podcast.
time.
What's the matter with? How are wontons
I
racist?
have a psychic connection with
They're just
everyone
racist when
in
you say
this
it.
Yeah.
room, but it's okay.
Okay, we got another email. Who wants to go?
I'll do it. Hey CP, Nasty Man here.
Nasty man.
I just wanted to tell you that I've got a new record for listening to all the episodes. 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 32 seconds.
New record.
That's right. I played all the episodes at the same time. That way I got epically compressed 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 32 seconds of control point. Ha ha! Top that with wit, Nasty Man, the Notorious.
You know what?
many windows was
I'm
that?
sure that was a great experience and all. I am sorry your eyes are now bleeding and that your brains have leaked out the side of your face. I really apologize.
It's like scanners.
All right, so our man, Nasty Man, is the champ.
So in all that, we figured someone would actually do this eventually. We made a phrase that we use in every single podcast that matches up at the exact same time.
It's true.
So you should be able to tell us what that phrase is now.
That's right.
Yep. Yep, we timed it perfectly.
Sweet.
We've had this plan for years.
So we expect that next week. Anyway, so from
Banana
Shadow...
split.
From Banana...
It was time.
Split.
Sorry.
From Shadow Kiwi. Hello, CP. Shadow Kiwi here. I'm the one who has been running the CP Australian fan server. Heard an email from episode 93, I think it was. Can't remember her name, sorry, saying that the Australian fan server is dead. It isn't dead, but it is dead in the way that... Or it isn't dead, but it is dead in the way that not many people go there. But when we had a group of us on there for some games a few weeks ago, it was a lot of fun. Any suggestions for getting the word out for the server exists? Thanks for the show. For the Horde.
Yeah, well, wrong show.
Could I mention it on the podcast?
Yeah, we'll mention it on the podcast. Send us the IP address for it.
Yeah.
Yep, and we'll put it in the show notes. So if anyone in Australia is listening to this episode and would like to play with some other CP fans, we will provide the address for the server in the show notes if we get it before this
Well,
goes
that's
live.
and that's Shadow Kiwi. We have that already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have it up on the site.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You guys never asked me what I would want from the...
Oh,
Is it merchandise?
Oh, I'm
We
so
kinda
sorry.
do
What
that.
would you want?
yeah, we usually don't care about what our guests want. Unless it's candy.
That's why we don't get many repeat guests.
God, racist.
I'll come back. I can be the spy next time. You'll never see me. I could be here every episode and you would never know.
So, in
Eric's a spy.
what TF2 franchise would you like to see Valve go into?
This
Chicken Shack. Sorry.
Up, Spencer. I'm talking. Sorry. This may seem kind of like very me, but I want to see them do some like legitimate outfit stuff.
Oh, like Halloween costumes.
Like
or something.
costumes, yeah.
I think that would be a really good idea.
That could be a way. See, that's what they need to do. That's a way for them to make money off the franchise.
Come on, Valve.
Are we talking like a shoulder slot, leg slot, chest slot, like an MMO?
I would say you would either do like a plastic. It's like you have two sets. One for the kids, which
Are
is
you saying,
your
like,
your
he's
jumper.
talking about real life
grind
costumes.
epic mobs until they drop the boots you want?
Yeah, for Halloween.
Oh, a real.
Right?
Oh, I'm
So for the kids, you got your little jumpsuit and the plastic mask. For
Yeah,
the adults, you kind of got pieces of the costume to make it.
Yeah, like the heavies, artillery belt, or like an actual Sandman, or
Yep.
what else could there be?
And then there'll be buttons on some of it where you press it and it makes some of the quotes from the game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Things like that.
I
Light
think
up
they
Sandman.
should sell working replicas of the TF2 weapons.
That would cost so much though. Because I was just going to say I would love like a back burner or like a flamethrower or something. But
The wrench
these-
would be awesome.
the
And
wrench.
plus, I
We
heard
don't know how much the weapon would cost.
wrench
We
makes
know
a
how
sound.
much, like, for example, the
ammunition.
ammo for the minigun would cost.
yes,
True.
this is true.
So are we all just ignoring this next email because it's so long?
No, can I read it in a funny voice?
Yes, please.
Wait, which
No!
email is
Or
this?
you can do it in the
can.
voice of...
This
I don't
is
know.
a really long email, and I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Okay, I will read it out. Hello, CP. Billy Mays here. Yes, Billy Mays here in my Steam ID.
I thought you said funny voice.
You don't think Billy Mays sounds funny?
Oh, that was Billy Mays?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Why you gotta be like that?
I'm sorry.
Brent,
I was confused for a second.
Brent
Brent?
never watched
Yes.
infomercials.
There is hate. There is
No
hate,
hate.
here.
No hate.
There's love in this room right
Bud Light.
Now you did it again. I lost my groove. I totally had a Billy Mays thing going. Now you got to ruin it. I've been listening to the podcast for about a year now, and now I'm just not into it.
I'm sorry.
I enjoy listening to you guys talk about things that are not TF2, but sometimes I want a little more. This is my suggestion. It seems that when you guys start to debate an issue that is mechanically involved in the game, such as damage amounts and other intricacies, there tends to be conflicting information on specifics. Sometimes I will sit and yell at my Zune because I know a specific piece of meaningless information that would have made the discussion at hand better, but for some reason no one can put their finger on it. I can tell you why.
Keep going.
Okay. It seems to happen a lot when Valve releases an update, and it's something that you guys never noticed because it's not your most played class or it was just something very subtle. Even so, it is still important and should be addressed. I have seen this happen over and over. Well, yeah, you've got 93 episodes behind you, and figured I would point it out. So my suggestion is that there should be a weekly session in which technical questions are answered with the aid of a community member who is well versed in the world of TF2 details. You know, the guy who knows everything about the game. It could be a live call-in as opposed to a weekly MP3. That way, then when questions arise, the community member, whoever it may be, would put the technical emails together and answer them with a community member. I'm not too familiar with everyone in the community, so I'd have no idea who that person would be, but I think it could help the podcast attract an audience of hardcore TF2 players that may not necessarily be as into the CP community and the more entertaining side of the game. I, for one, greatly enjoy hearing about Brent's dinner plate nipples, but I am sure that there are people who would rather hear about damaged spreads. Thanks, Billy Mays here.
And that's a different podcast.
Yes, there is another podcast.
Now, I think I really like the email. I think it's very well thought out and very well put. And I think your idea has some merits.
I'm going to interrupt here. This is a good email, but the email before it was the best email of all times.
I knew you were doing exactly what you said that.
Anyway, go ahead.
I was about to do the same thing.
Month-long old meme. It's okay.
I do get it.
Did I ruin your...
Anyway, I do think... and I love that you sent this in and put so much thought into it, and I appreciate that. We are frequently going to be wrong. It's just the nature of our show. And your idea of actually getting together and hashing out technical stuff, while it would probably make our show more accurate, I think it would have the side effect of making it less entertaining. Because one of the reasons that the show is entertaining is because it's all sort of
off topic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, off topic and off the cuff. And if we got together and started talking about stuff beforehand, we would sort of have these talking points that we'd just be rehashing, and I don't think any of us would really want to do that.
Yeah.
Also, it would make it go till like 2 a.m.
Yes.
Just from the Valve blog.
And I mean, the thing is, we get together and we actually avoid talking about TF2. Like, we'll sit there and start talking and be like, save the gold for the show, just because of that. We want it to be more spontaneous and not just something we're rehashing.
And you know that point where you want to yell at your Zune? That makes you want to send us messages. That makes you want to listen again. That reaction to what you're listening to is the same thing that drives a lot of other quality shows. But
it could make him want to not listen too. I mean, I do know that there are people that have stopped listening because of that reason.
Yeah,
Not many, but
and the answer to that is that this just isn't the show for them.
But at the same time, there are two other podcasts I know that are much more learned than us, and they have strong entertainment value.
They got book smarts.
Yeah, and they entertain in completely different ways than we do, and we support them. We are happy they are here. They do what we don't want to do.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't care how much damage a bullet does. I just want to know that it kills you eventually if I shoot enough of them into you. I mean, I'm not that kind of person that I want those details anyway.
Oh no, if I had just had that one more, if I had just moved my mouse up like another inch, it would have made 100 million more damage. And now I'm dead, darn it. I don't care about that.
And also, one more thing. If you do feel like you're yelling at your Zune, you should join us in Ustream every Sunday. And you can yell at the screen and type it in.
We will ignore you there.
Just not as much. Sometimes we might actually catch your comment in the feed and say it live.
Every once in a while. So is Eric back?
Yes, I'm back, and
sweet.
In the chat room, looks like Mr. Eagle wants to marry you, Hemanena.
Why, thank you, Mr. Eagle. Who is Mr.
Eagle? You could have met him if you were at CPCon Junior.
Oh, that's true.
He's a Canuck.
He drove all the way from Canada.
Yes, Connecticut.
Mr. Eagle.
He's a good guy, and he's coming to CPCon New Year's Eve, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay,
are you going to come?
Email
Well, I
from
hope
J-Man.
so.
Okay. That's good.
I hope so.
We just had a lot more people who pondered coming to ArthCon now.
Do you want to read one?
I would love to read one.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's see. What's a good one? Is this a good one to read?
Sure, she can read this one. Here.
Okay.
Is it bad girl?
I have no idea.
Do I have to move into your mic?
No, here, I'll spin this a little bit. There you go.
All right.
Hit it.
This one?
I just heard him spin this. You know,
Do that.
sound like
Okay.
DJ Jazzy Jeff over there.
From J-Man of Doom. Happy Halloween, CP hosts. This week marks the first time I was able to play on your servers, even though I have been a member of the community for a while. I had a blast. Using real strategy with people who know what they are doing and seeing all the familiar names that are mentioned on the podcast. Typo. After a few hours of playing, I was able to finally understand why you guys hate snipers so damn much. There are so many snipers. I got sniped instantly after respawning. I got sniped through walls, through doors. Bullets and arrows ricocheted all around walls and hit directly in the skull. It sucked. I got sniped so many times I didn't want to leave the safety of the resupply locker. It was probably me, though, because I am not used to keyboard shooters. Whatever. I wanted to say I love your podcast, and I love listening to it when I hunt. I got the first deer of the season while listening to episode 50.
Holy crap!
Keep up the
I
fantastic
love
work.
helping people kill things.
Yes, and the other
Live or
what I love is he hates snipers, but he's a sniper in real life.
Deers.
Wow.
So
Man.
You don't know that. He could have killed that deer with a flamethrower.
he could have just had a knife too.
He
just
could have
run
beaten the
after
deer
it.
to death with a baseball bat. You don't know.
So, yes, I hate snipers. I also remembered there's another thing I hate, and that is when I'm playing the game and I feel the need to say something, like to help people play the game, like there is an important piece of information that my team needs, and someone is talking so much and so often that I have to interrupt somebody every single time I want to say anything in game. And we say this about every 6 or 7 episodes, but if you are talking all the time, shut up.
If your voice is the only voice we can hear, you're talking too much.
I think Wes is talking to you.
Yes. So
Yes, you.
here's the key. I'll be honest. I was having fun playing, but I got so tired of the chatter that I quit Friday night. I left.
You know what you should do?
What?
You have admin. You can just mute them.
I'm not that kind of guy.
It's the
If I don't like
principle.
it, I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to try to tell other people how to play the game. But
Well, I'm gonna. And you know, I don't play a whole lot anymore, but I think that if it's starting to affect the entire game, then it's no longer your personal taste issue. I think it's starting to become a God, that guy won't shut up issue.
I agree. And this is the thing. Once again, if you are talking more than 1 over the number of players amount of time, then you should ponder not talking so much. That's just the way. I mean, there's
that's a good rule.
If there's 4 people in the game and you're talking more than 25% of the time, something's wrong. You know, ponder whether you are providing. Also, if it is very difficult to find a moment of dead air, like if at any point in time someone is talking and you're one of the people doing it, you should probably stop talking so much.
What if you're the only one with a mic?
That's a good point.
Or if
And you're not playing on one of our servers.
No.
What if you're playing with a lot of deaf people?
That's a
But they play
Racist.
We've got an email from Spuzz. Hey guys, thanks for the exploding pumpkins in the Halloween update, and class can pumpkin jump now. Any class, I guess is what it means. Simply stand on top of a pumpkin, jump, and shoot it like a rocket jump. It'll launch you across the map. Here's a video of somebody heavy pumpkin jumping. And
Oh,
we'll-
yeah.
Probably gonna have to try that.
Yeah, that's
So-
really cool too. I mean, he popped right up on a building and shot someone. I don't know. It looks good. It looks like it looks like rocket jumping or the
Pumpkin
other
jumping, though.
Yeah.
I enjoy any pumpkin-based technology.
Mr. Eagle, my name is Hemanena.
Hemanena.
That's my name.
Okay, so here's a good one. Here's a good one. We got a tip in here from the HEV
No,
voice.
it's Hev.
I like
the
the
Hev.
HEV 1947 voice.
Call me Betty.
Hello again, CP. The HEV 4273
Wait, by the way,
here with
this is a girl.
quick
too.
spy tip. Guys, if you come across an enemy engineer standing directly behind a sentry, if you're quick, you can backstab him
Racist?
and stab his sentry before he can fully turn around. Unfortunately, when I discovered this, I was playing the role of the engineer. By the way, thanks for reading my question on the air last week. And it is HEV 4272, not HEV.
Oh,
Happy Halloween.
That's not what she said at all.
What she said is it is Hev, not TV.
So you're welcome. Thanks for the tip. We love hearing tips.
Yeah, actually, that tip is still true, although I don't know. I mean, do you guys still do that? I mean, sapping and before killing the is it sapping?
Backstabbing.
No, it's backstabbing. Yeah.
As long as the sentry's not facing you, yeah.
I have more fun trying to get the sentry to kill him. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like, I don't care if he kills me.
Yeah.
But if I just undisguise behind him and it turns around and shoots him, that's fun.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I should play Spy sometime.
Yeah, we're entertaining.
ACP Roadblock here again. The pirate guy from episode 93. After playing a long time on the 360 version of TF2, God gracious, I have played unbearable amounts of hours on Valve's original 5 maps. My question to you is, if you had to play one of the original Valve maps for 1 month, which would it be? Mine would have to be Dust Bowl, due to the 3 different sections, all equally awesome. In case you don't remember, they are 2 Fort, Dust Bowl, Granary, Hydro, and the spawn of the devil itself. Well, thanks, and see you on the servers. Eric.
You seem to have caught me in mid-chew.
I'll go then. I'll go with 2 Fort. 2 Fort.
2 Fort.
Surprisingly enough, I would go 2 Fort.
Yeah, I was totally going to say that too. I miss 2 Fort. It's so much fun to just keep playing over and over. I don't know. I really like it. I would totally do 2 Fort.
No.
What about you, Wes?
Dust Bowl.
Really?
Dust Bowl is still a fantastic map. People always look forward. I mean, I never hear anybody go, "Oh my God, it's Dust Bowl. I don't want to play this." Never.
I didn't say I was playing this for someone else. This was what I want to play.
So long.
Yeah.
This isn't what the rest of the
Dust
community
Bowl is the
wanna play.
is the most fun out of all. It's got the most different.
To you?
Yeah. And I'm answering for me.
Well, there you go. Then say for me. Racist. Go on.
I'm done here.
No, you're not.
I am
Dust
done.
Bowl. I agree. Dust Bowl's an awesome map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
to you.
Clarifying your arguments like that makes your arguments weaker, Brent.
Like what?
Like the way
Like
that you're
saying
doing
to
it.
you, to me, like
to me.
You know, like for me, in my opinion, your mileage may vary. All of those like weasel words, those make your arguments weaker.
That's true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like you suck.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Well,
you don't speak the English language.
In my opinion, what you're saying is a bunch of crap, Spencer.
Yeah, see,
To
made your
him.
argument totally weaker.
To
You
him.
just said, Spencer, you're full of bullcrap. Man, that would have just knocked the wind right out of my face.
So are you just trying not to say what map you would play? So what's going on here?
I'm not really sure. It would be I think I'd have to go with Dust Bowl too. I do. Just because I feel like I played nothing but 2 Fort for like at least a couple of months, so I think I've done that already.
Well, I definitely feel like barriers being formed here with this podcast group. I never realized before. This is the second argument, this one podcast.
Is this an
where
argument?
the 2
or
of
is this
us
just
agree,
Groups of people,
and the
stating
2
their
of y'all
opinion?
agree. Isn't that amazing?
Well, do we want to go to the vote breaker here?
How about the chat room?
Yeah,
tiebreaker?
that.
Duel. See
Okay.
Dust Bowl.
Hemanena.
Those weren't
The
choices.
question is, if you only could play one of the original Valve
Fort.
maps for...
Oh!
I read it before I left.
2 Fort, really?
Let's
Really?
see some nucks out there.
Yeah.
Really?
Sorry.
You'll get over it.
Sure.
So on this day, the first day of November of 2000 and... Okay.
We have
That's
been out...
silly stuff.
Spencer, we have been outvoted. Outvoted.
Sorry, guys.
Wow, that's a...
No reason to be sorry.
Wow, that's a
Dun, dun.
You're coming next
60,
week, right?
70 episode old meme.
We need a...
I'll be able to come in actually 3 o'clock next week. If you guys, start at 3 o'clock. If you
Yeah,
start
that doesn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, try being the guy that they call and say, yeah, we're not actually doing the podcast at 3 o'clock. We're going to do it, whenever. I like what Brent did today. He sent me a message, hey, we're switching the podcast today. And I'm like, okay, great. What time is CP going to start?
I said 5:30-ish.
That was a funny
No,
joke.
you didn't. You didn't say anything.
I said it twice. I think you must have logged off or something.
You liar.
Because I said 5:30-ish, and then you came back with something that said
All right, bunch of haters.
Whatever.
Okay.
Some of that has nothing to do with the podcast.
All right. Who's reading Silly Panda's email?
Is it a girl?
Hey guys, Silly Panda here.
Apparently it is.
I don't know.
You want some candy?
Hope you guys are having a good day. One question: if the chief died, would new listeners stop telling us how long it took them to listen to the podcast for a record? Thanks. See you on the server. And remember, Silly Panda loves you, except Spencer.
You know what? I think that's the first email that Eric's ever gotten all the way through, and he just had to do the pedophile voice.
Yeah. Thanks. Let's see. So, is that really a question? If the chief died, how do the two relate?
If the chief died, the world would be a better place.
Yes.
I think that's the gist of this, yeah.
His corpse would feed the happiness for generations to come.
To you, but not to me. See how that works?
Your mileage may vary.
Okay, I'll read the next one.
No,
Okay.
it's mine.
Okay.
It's
Oh, yeah, there's nothing.
We're all fighting over the blank email.
This is a special one that Spencer has to read.
I have it up in my email, so that's why I'm reading it. Okay. I'm supposed to read this in my best British snob accent.
Nice.
Show.
just speak normal.
To whom it concerns, we're looking at you, Wes. Hello, my fellow CP hosts. It was to what?
It was to what?
You wanted it.
It was to my belief that we would be partaking in a friendly game of Left 4 Dead last night at precisely 11:30 p.m. This had been decided with your obnoxious voiced co-host Wes and one of my Steam friends, CWH2012, who is still in a deep state of depression. Wes had said that he would talk to the rest of you fine gentlemen in hopes of having a versus match of you against some of your community
Is this
fans.
a Christmas episode?
This never happened.
Oh.
We messaged the thought of you to no avail. With long faces, we invited a few friends, but it was still not the same. It was then that we had messaged Spencer, who said that Mr. West had never talked to him about any such form of zombie-killing entertainment. Saddened, we kept high hopes that one of you would join, but the dream never became a reality. We hope that in the future we may be able to coordinate this event with great success. Sincerely, your friend, Rapid Fiery, Rusty Bullet & Co.
Okay. This idea was presented to me, and I specifically said, I am building a haunted house for Halloween. I do not think I will be able to do anything until after this month. And they said, well, how about this day? And I'm like, I will look into it. And I have been so busy, so don't get me wrong, I still think it's a good idea. I still want to talk to the guys about it, but at the same time, I let you know from the beginning it wasn't happening in October.
Yeah, I think Halloween night, and this was Halloween night too.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was busy, pretty much.
Nothing gets done on Halloween.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was actually working on episode 100 on Halloween night.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to do an email on a British accent.
Oh dear, it appears I've been shot through the head.
And speaking of British accents and questions.
Hey CP, not Ifit here but Ari. His question of the week is this. What would you dress as for this Halloween? Thanks, see ya!
Wow, so that was Miss Ifrit.
Miss Ifrit.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
Ifrit's girlfriend, right?
So, did she say what did you dress up for this Halloween, or what would
What would you?
She said, what would you? But she sent it before Halloween, so
Yeah.
pretend it's what did you.
You know, I would have
It'd be more
done...
interesting for next year, though.
Yeah. I was going to do the NG. I really wanted to get a hard hat. I went to Walmart, and they didn't have one. It occurred to me later that I should have went to Lowe's, but I have the goggles, and I have a red or blue shirt, but I don't have overalls, but I was just going to cheap out, just have a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have done it, but, you know, I'll have to do that next time. Next time. That trick never works. What about you, Brent? What were you going to dress up? Were you going to do something?
Well, we've been doing a pirate theme at our house for ever since we moved in, just to be cheap and not redo whole sceneries every year and just get new pirate stuff. Mm-hmm. But honestly, this year I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm just too old for it.
Really?
I would rather just sit out there and drink and give candy to the kids and dress my kids up and let them enjoy Halloween. And I enjoy the drinking and the partaking of handing out candy and seeing the costumes. Because it's just once you get all this pirate garb on, you got a sword on, and it's just I'm going to stand out here for 4 hours, giving out candy and this crap, and then take it off. And it's it would be different if I was going to a party. But if I'm just standing out there handing, I was me. I was just me with a Control Point t-shirt on.
Nice.
But if I do again, it'll probably be a pirate, because I do have a whole pirate get-up.
Pimping out the podcast to the kids.
With the behind me, you can see our pirate flag, actually.
Arr.
Yeah, yeah. Wes?
Sweet.
My son dressed up as Peter Pan. My daughter dressed up as Tinkerbell. My wife, Wendy, was Wendy. And I was Captain Hook. So that's what I did. Now, I also dressed up. We did a haunted lumber yard for the haunted house, and so we wore hard hats and lumberjack shirts and all that good stuff. But
nice.
I did Hook this year.
Don't let Wes's terrifying visage cast fear into your heart. His family's actually really, really precious.
Yes. My son was
Except for your daughter. Your daughter's sort of,
Well, she does have that little bump on her head. But my son dressed up as Peter Pan, and he had the store-bought Peter Pan costume, and it was one of the. I could not believe how astoundingly cute my son looked in that thing.
Do you remember the year I dressed up as Peter Pan?
Maybe. Was I drunk?
Very, very sick.
Was it the club year?
It was the club year.
Yeah. I built a haunted house overnight club one year.
Ooh.
In the attic. And so, you went up a floor.
And you had help, you should say.
Well, okay, yes.
I built it, like you say, I built it all by myself.
Well, no. I mean, it's never that way. I never can do anything without help.
My future husband better let me dress my kids up. He better let me
cosplay them. What did you dress as? Did you dress as the scout?
Ha! No, I would have frozen. You would have had a scout sickle on this podcast. No,
Instead of a Scout Chan.
Scout Chan. like 4chan.
See, we kept it out of the recorded episode, and you guys had to bring it out again.
I did it. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's my fault. It's my fault. No, I was actually the spy. I was the spy because I was blue spy, but I had red shorts on under my skirt because I never wear a skirt without shorts because I'm weird. So I was red team secretly. So I had my mask, so I was a spy disguised as a spy disguised as a scout, disguised as a trick or treater
with red shorts.
Layers.
She was on the red
layers
team.
upon layers.
Layers upon layers. Hi.
It's like an onion.
Yeah. What?
All right, so what do we do now?
We were about to do
rapid fire
question.
Rapid fire.
Before we do rapid fire, we have to ask: is Hema gonna take a slot?
Sure.
How? Magic.
Okay, so I'll start. Answer the first question. Eric will do the next one. You do the next one, Wes, and then Spencer will come in at the tail end.
So
I remember how to swear.
You're after me.
Now? Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, so
Rapid fire.
and scene.
Right after the break, the quick fire question round.
All right, let's get this ball rolling.
Good music.
So, what is this, episode 94?
It is.
I think it's episode 94. It's episode 94.
Rolling.
It better be. Okay, so first question, I guess, with our new music and stuff. So here we go.
So not rapid.
How's this set of questions going so far?
Horribly. Speed it up.
It's the best questions ever.
I don't think you understand your turn.
How many CP hosts does it take to cap a point?
Me? At least 12,000. At least.
Interesting.
I love this comment.
Pizza, the ultimate geek food.
pizza, the ultimate geek food. Oh, no, it's you.
Say, will there ever be another episode of The Safe House?
Uh-oh. Are we going to do... Yes, we will do another episode of The Safe House.
We are?
Yep.
Tonight.
Jedi class. Yay or nay?
Yeah, Jedi are overpowered. They suck.
Imba.
The vent or team speak.
What did he say?
Vent or TeamSpeak.
Oh, vent. I used to be TeamSpeak.
TeamSpeak's free though.
Crit rockets or crit pipes?
Rockets.
Haven't we had this one before?
Pipes? Yeah, I like rockets.
Is Sasha jealous of the sandwich too?
Yes. Gets me in Heavy's mouth.
Wow.
Oh.
Red donut.
Okay, hold up here.
That's what she said.
I need a repeat of that question. That was awesome.
Hilarious.
Okay, go back in.
Well, we've never paused.
Dominations.
You lost me. Okay.
Yes.
Bread, donuts, or dominations?
Dominations.
What?
I don't know.
Is that like a cake or
just nod. It's okay.
Is Wes wrong?
Can't believe this landed on me. Yes.
That's my fun. Digga 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 or rubberah?
Rubberah.
I'm gonna have to say you're my diggers.
If you had to get rid of one of the hosts, which one would it be?
I don't know. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Windsor. I'd can them all.
Fine choice. Outsmart the heavy or outsmart bullet?
Outsmart Bullet.
Nobody outsmart Bullet.
Okay.
Can't outsmart the bullet. You saw what I did there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I felt that coming.
Burninate or Rockinate?
Burninate. The countryside and the thatch roof cottages.
What is the best prop to be set as in Prop Hunt?
Spencer?
I don't know what prop hunt is, so I'm gonna say.
I still have yet to play Prop Hunt, and I really need to.
I like the tire.
Agree or disagree? The sniper's camper van and the DeLorean from CP Studio should be put into the quad.
Yeah.
Agree.
Baby. Of course. It's a no-brainer.
Special Thanksgiving hat?
Sure, why not?
It's
Chief headdress?
Yes.
Indian headdress.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be the buckle hat.
Gibbous top hat or the paper bag hat?
Paper bag hat. Paper bag hat. Paper bag hat.
Paper bag hat.
Paper bag.
What was that again?
Paper bag hat.
Should there be a Thanksgiving event map?
Yes. And there should be turkeys. And
Take
stuffing.
place in a turkey.
Exploding turkeys.
Yes.
What about a Christmas event map?
We already have one. It's called Snow Fort, and it's the best map ever.
And our last question. Will you be cosplaying at CPCon number 3?
Yes.
Really? What are you going to be, a
I'm going to be going
podcaster?
as a dominatrix.
Someone's bringing me a heavy costume.
Awesome.
Really?
Good to know. Alright, that's it. So now I'll do some special thanks. Today's thanks go out to Sarda, Shadow, Korn, Torchmaster, Frankie, Eric, Yao, Eric, wow. That's not what I think it means. Liquid Cool 81, Shadow 51247, Volmedius 14, Freckles, Johnny Napalm, Pigeon Man, Snuggernaut, and... Okay, so that's it. See you next time, Control Point.
I like how he got fast there at the end.
Yeah.
You like that? You like that? Yeah.
Did you speed him out?
I changed the song at the end. That's what I did.
You know, Brent, no matter how many balls you throw at small animals, you'll never be a podcaster.
I'm not sure what that means.
No one does. No one does.
But I'm somehow sad on the
Freaking
inside.
Ash. Letting it write scripts. What the hell?
Episode 50.
Okay, we're moving on to...
Let's move on.
Surveillance.
I think I see something over
Beep, beep. Surveillance. Beep, beep. We love you. Beep, beep. Surveillance.
We love you. Beep, beep.
Wow, it's just like my robot co-host.
Well, Spencer!
Armadillo. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh God. We need to end this. This is.
We're gonna do the surveillance, and
This is going to be the best episode to play for 4-year-olds.
Top 10.
top tizzles.
Okay.
So this first one, the new Halloween TF2 update by Woot 5000. And I think the music just kind of keeps going there.
Okay.
All right,
But I'm glad you pinched that off.
So that was a cool little video. Kind of just shows some gameplay there, in case you totally missed it, which is kind of lame if you did. The Scout Dance test by Misfit. This is really cool. This is a scout dancing to Word Up by Cameo. Word Up. This is cool. He rigged the scout and made him dance, and it's really cool. So check that out for sure.
I've been wanting to do something like that, so I'm glad someone beat me to it, so now I don't have to.
You are a huge Cameo fan.
Yeah, I love some Cameo. And the next one is Happy Bonkoween. It sounds exactly what it is. This is by Dr. Chubb, and it is a bonk song done to Thriller.
Bonk.
And
Because we don't have enough bonk songs.
Yeah.
Never enough.
So, you want to do the Player of the Week?
Sure.
Player of the Week.
Wait,
Player
where
of
is
the
it?
Week.
It's above surveillance.
Yeah.
Is it?
You want to call
Someone
here?
skipped ahead. I'm not going to name names, Spencer, but it happened. Let's
No,
just
actually,
move
that was me.
on.
Whoa.
I started
Blah,
it.
blah, blah, blah. It was Wes.
No, I thought we were just making noises.
So to make up for it, Wes, who's the player of the week?
It is Mija Win
Ba, 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 ba.
for being the first person to sponsor an episode.
I.e., give us money.
Yep, and he is, correct me if I'm mistaken, is he the first person to be Player of the Week twice?
No, actually, I think we had another person that was Player of the Week twice.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he was last Player of the Week in episode 23, Turbine.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So,
And it's
Over
and really, it's
Out of-
kind of a, I don't know. He is the first to sponsor, but there have been a lot of people who have donated in the
Right.
past.
that's true.
Yeah.
So
I was
And,
almost Player
but
of the Week.
But we're trying to give positive
I
reinforcement.
got beat out by a question by a chatty. By a chatty who answered a question.
A chatty.
Not
A
that y'all
chatter.
aren't awesome.
Wait, a chat? You mean a cheater?
No, a chatty, a chat room person.
Not a
Wes
chatter?
Wilson, very chatty, very chatty.
That's right. We just gave it to some random person, didn't we? Or we asked him some lame.
Yeah, so
They
question,
chat
who
on
was
himself and
I
then
don't know what the question was. Who was
Yeah.
something
he
in
charted.
what episode? I don't know.
Oh, who was
Like
the
Mary Poppins or something.
Yeah, something like
Liquid
Oh, I
Cool
just wanted to
saying,
say
it was
something
me,
to,
it was me, that was me.
Congratulations, Liquid Cool. You're awesome.
I wanted to say something to Mija Win real quick Mija Win before we quit. Quit trying to switch me to Apple because I'm really not interested.
Yeah, he's more.
He only goes one way, and it's not Apple way.
Yeah.
And this is something that's just on our website at the moment. I don't know if we've actually mentioned it in the past on how to actually sponsor a episode. I actually got a question in chat about this. So all you got to do is go to deadworkers.com/network, and at the very bottom there is a I believe it says something like sponsor, an episode, or actually it says...
I think you just go to our tip page.
Yeah, you can go to the tip jar page.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom it says sponsor an episode, and that's how.
Yeah.
So it's quick and dirty and an easy way for you to get fame.
Fame and fortune.
We're the first thing mentioned in the episode. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's not for businesses.
This is important.
What are you talking
I don't want you guys to think
not for
this
business.
money is wasted or anything. This money goes directly towards Wes's coke habit. So, yeah.
Scary.
Very
Coca-Cola. What do you guys...
That was a Coke? That was a Coke this whole time?
Yeah.
Can I have one?
It's a 2-liter, but yes.
Thriller night.
So yeah,
This
sponsor an episode.
is still going, and it's...
Yeah.
And it's still going.
Yeah.
Shout outs
now.
Ash Williams and Milkshake Man, our host of a new show on the DWP.
Man
I thought I'd finish out the show with the Thriller. But
well,
anyway.
you know, man and N rhymed. You could have said Ash Williams and
Blah, blah,
Milkshake
blah, blah.
Man, our
Music
host of a new
Discovery
show on
podcast.
DWPN. You could have done it, and you just
You
blew it.
You know what, Wes? Milkshake Man and DWPN rhyme in your opinion.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. But anyway, seriously, though, Ash Williams and Milkshake Man, which... why are we advertising for this guy since he's not making any music for the show anymore? So I need some more Milkshake tunes in my life.
I kicked banned him from the chat tonight, too.
Who, Milkshake?
Dash Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I totally did.
Dash?
I did.
Awesome.
He de-opt me twice.
Oh.
And I said, that's enough of that. Wha-bam!
So, anyway, I guess they're host of a new show on the DWPN music discovery podcast called Review in Stereo.
Yeah.
Releases every Friday. So, good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, he calls it a music
I
discovery
might be biased, but I think the Dead Workers Party Network gets better every day.
It does.
And then Ash has to go and start a new show.
Stick around after the credits at the end. You'll hear a new song parody by The Man with the Golden Buns. This is called Reliable Excavation Demolition.
Yes. Ready.
Yeah. So hit us up on iTunes. Give us a review if you like us. You can watch this episode on YouTube.
Call us at 256-513-4772 with all your questions and comments.
And don't forget about low pings.
I hear that they provide quality servers at low prices.
They do. They have crazy low prices for your server habits. Check them out.
I heard they have a certain number of ticks, too. Do you know what that number is?
Not too many, like a couple less than 102, maybe 100, 100 maybe?
I think it's 100 ticks. And I think it might be clear that I have no idea what that means.
Let's see.
Hey! Oh my gosh, look, it's a koala.
Gosh, it's a koala.
So I guess that was it.
It's more in the shot than I am.
So was this everything you ever hoped and dreamed it would be, like being in the studio?
All that and more. All that and more.
Sweet. All right, well, I guess that's about it for the Halloween episode.
I love you all. Remember, CPCon, New Year's.
Yes.
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Be there or be not there.
In your opinion.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
That was terrible. Horrendous. I'm offended. I'm appalled. So what are we going to do?
Oh, what else? Email it to everybody we know.
Good idea.